Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. Welcome to day 1079. Donald Trump asked the Supreme Court to keep his name on the Colorado ballot. Last month, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled that Trump engaged in an insurrection before and during the January 6th attack on the Capitol, and as a result, Trump was disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. It marked the first time that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause had been used to disqualify a presidential candidate. And then last week, Maine's Secretary of State removed Trump from its state presidential primary ballot based on the same insurrectionist ban in the Constitution. Both states, which hold their primaries on Super Tuesday, March 5th, temporarily put their decisions on hold so they could be appealed. Meanwhile, Joe Biden will mark the third anniversary of the January 6th insurrection with a speech at a key site in the Revolutionary War. Biden will deliver his remarks, which are expected to highlight the stakes of the presidential election, near a site where a group of militias gathered to form a coalition to fight for democracy in the 1770s, and where George Washington rallied his troops into a unified army. Biden's re-election campaign said, "We are running a campaign like the fate of our democracy depends on it, because it does," adding, if Trump wins in November, he will use all of his power to systematically dismantle and destroy our democracy. Trump is facing 91 criminal charges stemming from his efforts to overturn his loss to Biden in 2020, as well as 3 other felony cases. Moving on, at least 6 states were forced to evacuate their state capitol buildings after receiving bomb threats. No explosives were found, and federal officials dismissed the threats as a hoax, which were sent via a mass email titled "Explosives Inside of Your State Capitol." The email was sent to government offices in at least 23 states, although no specific state was mentioned in the email. The FBI said it was aware of the numerous hoax bomb threats. And finally, a federal appeals court ruled that Texas hospitals and doctors are not required to perform emergency abortions, despite the Biden administration arguing that federal guidance takes priority over state laws. Texas had sued the Department of Health and Human Services over its 2022 guidance requiring health providers to perform abortions in emergency situations in accordance with a 1986 federal law that requires emergency rooms to provide stabilizing care regardless of a patient's ability to pay. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit, however, concluded that the federal law does not mandate any specific type of medical treatment, let alone abortion. The court added that the law does not govern the practice of medicine. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.